Okay, so we are live and we can get started. So let's see. I'm all good on. Okay, I'm all good with the video over here and there as well. Okay, so let's get started. I hope you can hear me. I'm only live in 2 places, but of course, there is only one place to talk to, and the other place is just to chat. Okay. No, there's a question. Hey man, will you be doing another pyramid DCA sheet in VIP? Yes, Jesse, I will be, but I'm waiting for the summers. Once the summers start, I'll do that. We already have one list. We have hit some targets with it, but not all of it, so I'm just waiting it out. Okay, let's see if anyone else has any other questions. Feel free to ask. Or you can raise your hand, I'll unmute you and then you can talk, whatever suits you. Shah, what are your thoughts on Bhumi? Bhumi Book of Memes, is that the one? Let me check if that is the one. Oh yeah, it is that one. Did it started going up or what? 14% up after all the disaster? Yeah, there is nothing, nothing as such. Hello, how are you feeling? All good, Lawrence. Thanks for asking. About Bhumi, the situation Bhumi, it's a meme coin. It was launched with the overall situation. What happened is that I think the creators, they did a blunder and they were supposed to burn the tokens or liquidity. They ended up burning people's participation tokens, and it was a disaster that basically led to a lot of marketing, and then exchanges contributed to it. So it was in news, it had its fame, but I don't see any reason for it to exist. Like, what the hell would Bhumi achieve in existence? Like, if Book of Memes is going to continue to exist, what is it going to achieve? We already have so many memes, we already have so many agendas. Carrying one more coin on our shoulder is going to be painful. But of course, the best thing about crypto, in contrast to stock market, is that in stock market, when something dies, it fully dies. But in crypto, it always has a dead cat bounces. So every once in a while you will see a 20% move up or 30% move up, but that doesn't mean anything. If you look at its overall life, it dictates only one thing, that it is going down. Anyway, it's a small market cap, 86 million, 86.9, so it can always pump here and there. On top of it, it's listed on Binance, the giant of all crypto. So whenever it moves a little, people can put in money and push it way more than it should. Raveen says, hello. What are your thoughts on crypto market for these coming weeks, especially Bitcoin and XRP? Nothing as such. I'm sitting in bear market, so my expectations are only down and not up, with a bit of move up and here and there, but nothing else. There is no, no crazy expectations from the market. I'm just waiting it out for the market to go down and hit the bottom or get close to bottom, so we can start buying. And then I will share a list of pyramid DCA, and then everyone can go and participate in it and enjoy the list. I've already shared one, but I'll share another one. Okay, that was the only question. No hands raised. Nope. Okay, today is Monday. I think that's one of the reasons there is less interaction. We all are upset. Monday is a bad day. It's the first day at work. That is understandable. But I'll wait. It's okay. Oh, now 3 people are typing. Wow. If you hear sounds, it's my cat. He decided to sing. I think my neighbors are breaking their door. So he's thinking that something is happening. Brother Shah, any hope left for the market? I'm still stuck and want to get out. You have how many days left for April? 9 days, I think. That's your maximum hope for the market. I have not seen crypto market doing well in the month of May ever from 2016 up till now. So I don't know. I don't think that there is much hope. The only thing that I can expect is some bounces here and there. Some coins moving up 20-30%, making the news, or maybe dropping crazy first and then going up 50%, stuff like that. But no crazy movements at all. I don't expect the market to do much. And like I said, being in this space for too long, I can tell you that market has never been nice in the summers. You can pick out any year, not just the bull run or bear run. Pick any year. This is the time the markets get really bad. I don't know what's the reason, but somehow it gets bad. Hi Shah, for the shorts and longs called in VIP like BTC and Ethereum, what is the leverage we use and how I would SL calculated, please? Okay, for leverage we cannot give recommendation. Everyone, when we share something in VIP, we leave it to the person to make their own decision. The reason for that is simple. Some people, they have a risk appetite of using 2x. Other people, they can use a 25x. It really depends on how much risk you can take. And your stop loss depends on what stop loss is given in the VIP. So you cannot use any other stop loss other than the one that is given. So you need to take a leverage that suits it, unless you're planning on putting in margin and pushing it further. Anyway. Now my cat is pissing me off. We will stuck into bear market and wait until Fed QE. Yes, your only magic solution to this overall problem is quantitative easing. If the Fed they introduce quantitative easing, which is looking more gloomy and bad at this stage, I don't see any signs of quantitative easing because the American government is getting more and more arrogant about the financial situation. I think they are pretty much into the overall belief that everything is okay. And until and unless the shit doesn't hit the roof, they are not going to do quantitative easing. So I'm not seeing quantitative easing for next 2 months at least. So that's the only magic bullet that will bring in bull run, if you want to call it a bull run, that is going to change the market. But there are no signs of it, and you can see exactly what is going on right now. Okay, then there is a picture posted. I'll see if YouTube people have made any comment. Oh, there are. Wow. Will we see BTC reaching 90K before May? There is a possibility. It is holding really well to 85K. On top of it, I noticed a pattern. I think I saw it in 2 coins. 2 days closing above it and on the 3rd day pumping. I saw that behavior in BTC. I think I saw that in Polygon Matic or something else. Somehow coins want to rush. So this overall behavior tells me that there is a possibility, but at the end of the day, it really needs to hold $85,000. If it is not able to hold on to the 85K, 90K would be missed again, just like we missed it a few times previously as well. Bro, did anybody ever tell you that you look like Grant Heslov when he was young? Wow. I hope he's not a porn star. I'll look him up. I have been told many things growing up. When I was young, they used to tell me that I'm Dexter. not the serial killer. I wish. The Dexter from the cartoon. It was on Cartoon Network. Later on, they used to call me Einstein. Then after that, they started calling me Newton. And this guy, he's an actor. Okay, actor and filmmaker. I think it's, oh yeah, I do resemble him. That is true. It's not a lie. There's another guy, he's a singer in India. Someone said that I look like him. People from Pakistan, they used to say I look like Atif Aslam, which is another singer in India. They had another one. I am glad that you brought this one up. Grant Haslov. Okay. Now there's a comment again in Telegram. Do you think rate cuts will help the market? We had back-to-back rate cuts in bull run last year, and we continue to have it all the way till green months of January. Nothing changed. If rate cuts cannot keep the market green and awesome at the time when everyone is already happy and not depressed and planning on committing suicide, I think that the rate cuts are not going to help now. Rate cuts, they would be more like they would be like symbols in Toronto. I had a friend over from Norway. When he came here, he looked at that there are signs that are saying that only turn right when you have that blinking thing as a signal, that green arrow. And people didn't care, they were just taking turns anyway. And he said that you cannot do this in Norway, but people are doing it here in Toronto. So he was saying, why? I said, people take things here as suggestions. That's how we operate here. That is why I'm sitting. So I think that it is going to be taken as a suggestion. The rate cut, I don't think they will take it seriously as big news or anything. Okay. I'll take few comments from YouTube, then I'll go back to Telegram. Okay, no one has raised hands. Nope, no one is talking. Okay, you think quantitative easing next month? No. Does it mean it's good to use shorts? We are making better returns with shorts than longs in this market, to be very honest with you. I might be wrong. I have to go back and check. I might be lying. I have to check. We keep a record of everyone's performance. Thank God. So I can check. I hope it says it's a long or a short. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Oh, it does. It does. Oh no. In the month of March, we had more longs. Okay. It's a sheet like this. It shows the overall performance, you guys already know, and we had way more longs than shorts in the month of March, and I think in February it would be something else. Anyway, I don't know how it is going in April. I'm not keeping a track, so I do apologize for that. But it feels like shorts are doing better. I saw someone commenting on that as well in community. Can you talk more about bear market expectations? Lawrence, there is a video under popular section, video number 3. It's my most popular video. I posted that on 5th of January, where I said that bear market has started. So there is no expectations on bear market as per my own assumptions and analysis, and on the basis of probability. I have pretty much concluded we are in bear market from 2025, and that's why I posted that video on 5th of January. So I'm not expecting bear market to start. I think we are sitting in one from day one. Okay, there is a picture. What are your thoughts on Trump-Powell situation? Okay, so it's a picture from Trump. Someone has shared that with me. You guys will not see it. Now you can see it. Preemptive cuts and rate cuts are being called for by many, with energy costs way down, food prices substantial lower, and most other things trending down. This is virtually no inflation. With these cost trendings nicely downward, just what I predicted they would. This is just total nonsense. There is no comment on it. It's a recession. as clearly as it can be. Go and talk to your business people, your friends who have businesses. Ask them that how are people in their circle. I was talking to a friend, he has a construction business here in Toronto, and he was telling me that his friends in his circle, they are pretty much jobless. These were the people who always had jobs. He was complaining because they took $20,000 from him. Not one person, few people, but he was saying that things are getting bad, and recession is very obviously in action. It's just that I think Trump is in denial. That's a separate case scenario. Okay, but there is a question below that picture, brother. What's your indicator that we won't dump further? Is it quantitative easing or are other indicators? Oh, I am expecting more dump. I'm praying and waiting for it. There is no such thing in my expectation that I don't expect more dump. I am all for the dump. I am expecting as much dump as possible. So it's a question from Elon. Hello, Shah brother. Please, can you give us insight of ETH in future? ETH is a great project. In future, you're going to come out as a winner. I had a pretty long discussion with a student of mine. He said he has 8 or 9 Ethereums on Binance and 2 or 3 on KuCoin, and we were talking about Ethereum. His entry price is $22.50. I told him to do DCA. His class is on Sunday, so I told him to do DCA on Sunday. I told him not to go aggressively, but do some DCA here and wait for aggressive DCA at $800. That is where you do your major DCA. It's only because of the fact I think Ethereum is a great project. It is suffering right now, but at the end of the day, it's a coin that can do a 2x from $22.50, or at least from $2,000. You can still always expect it to go towards $4,000. So it's not a bad deal. And that student of mine, he's not expecting much. He's always looking for a 2 to 3x. So I think it's not a bad decision at all. So that's the answer on Ethereum. Ethereum is a great project. It will bounce back up. The only problem with it is that ETF has fucked it up, and it's going to take good amount of time to recover. Thoughts on JSMA? I've shared this previously as well. If you are talking about long term, it's a horrible project. It's a project that you should stay miles away. But if you're trading, it's good for trading. But as an investment, I think it sucks. Face it, guys, crypto is over. We all got screwed over. Vince, that is not true. Even if Bitcoin dies, crypto will stay. There's going to be a major amount of suffering. But one of the reasons I have left everything in life and I do crypto only is because I firmly believe crypto is here to stay. It's just that the way crypto is presented and the way people are doing crypto, because they're under the assumption they are sitting in Forex market, that thing will come to an end, and people will learn. They will learn it through pain, and maybe then they will come back to their senses. Okay, Hamza Fahimi says, you're lying, you're a scammer. Take his word, guys. All those who are on live, he's saying I'm lying and I'm scamming. So be careful with what I say. Take everything with a grain of salt, because feedback, it matters a lot. I mean, I don't take it. I don't even take what do you call it? Any kind of suggestions. But for you guys, you should. That's how human beings operate. So what you are telling me is that you are a singer, actor, and filmmaker. Thanks, Johnny. Okay. Do you think we will see a retest of 82K before reaching 90K? Punisher, yeah, I'm expecting 81,500. So 82K give and take, kind of that. That is an area that I would like BTC to hold. If it doesn't hold and if it fails, that's exactly what I posted today in form of a video. Then I would be expecting Bitcoin to crash towards $70,000, and from there things are going to get really nasty. Matt says, do you favor a bull market for trading or bear? Matt, I favor both markets. I like bear market more than bull run, because in bear market we have shit coins. People call them gems, meme coins. People came up with their own terms. It doesn't change the reality of the coins. They are shit coins, and rebranding them is not going to change that. That is where I like to participate, and I'm able to do really well for the community. So we generally try to make coins, come across coins that can do 10x, 50x, 100x, all that stuff. And it's not just the money part, it's the overall feeling that the coin gives you. I think that is what makes it exciting for me. So that's one part on the bear market. The other reason for the bear market is that is the time when you collect coins, when you go after the coins that you really believe in and you really love them. That is the time when you go and you start collecting and investing in it. Like if I have to go crazy in bear market and I want to collect something for next 10 years, not short term, I don't know how it's going to play out in short terms, but if I'm collecting something for 10 years, I will be collecting metaverse projects. That is one thing that people are not focused on, because people, they have herd mentality. They're like sheep. They only follow what is shiny. So if there is a shiny object, they will go here. If there is a shiny object, they will go there. If they say that dip-in is the new trend, they will go after dip-in. If they say DeFi is the new trend, they will go after DeFi. But all that is just nonsense. I think that the actual great utility that exists in crypto is metaverse, and in the long run it is going to come out as a winner. Okay, those questions are answered on Telegram. Let's go to YouTube now. Okay, I'm hoping to do some dumpster diving, stacking and looking for 2026. That's a good move, Marcus. I think that let the market sink in and then go and watch my video on pyramid DCA. Start doing DCA. So even if it starts sinking on you, you wouldn't be buying in Michael Saylor style, and you wouldn't become Michael Saylor and would only be buying tops and would keep on increasing your average price. You can do things better. I think he might have advisors, but he might be a micromanager. I don't think he would listen to them. He thinks he's the smartest guy, and that is going to screw him over soon. Brother, portfolio 50% down, when to recover? You need to hold it for a year or more. Assuming 50% down, that's a 100% move up. Really depends on the coin you have purchased. But I would assume you got excited in the month of January and you bought recently. Otherwise, you would be down 80%. Hey Shah, what do you think about Moonwell? Never heard of it. I don't know. Any thoughts about Mag project? Magnum has decent amount of users, but doesn't look good on the graph. What they messed up? There's nothing on Mag. We looked at it, and I think we participated in this shitcoin, and then we took an exit. Some people did well with it. They initially sucked at multiple levels. Like personally, I lost money to their bot. I think I lost around $3,000 or so when I was using their bot. They didn't have slippage control. They didn't have MEV protection, and I lost heavily on it. So that was one reason I left Magnum, and I just said tata to it. But overall, there are so many bots out there now. Even if you look at Banana Gun, they have introduced so many blockchains to use. Today I was talking to a student of mine. I recommended them another bot that a student of mine uses. I recommended them Sigma Bot. Sigma Bot is used by 25,000 active users, and I had never heard of it, but thanks to teaching, I get to know things all the time. So I think there is so much competition in this space right now, that surviving for Magnum to be a sniper bot is going to be really, really questionable. And I'll show you he shared with me another bot. Where is mentorship with Shah? Okay, yeah. He shared another one. It's a pre-sale. It's called XBot. It's XBot, and they say they operate on every chain, and is going to be the next amazing thing. So, not that the XBot is good or bad. All I'm saying is that the space that Magnum is operating in, it's very saturated. For them to be a success is going to be a challenge. Are you from India or Pakistan? No, I'm not from India or Pakistan. You had 2 guesses and you have lost your 2 chances. Wait, I thought shorting and leveraging is haram. Yes, it is haram. I'm not doing it, but I do share it. So I'm contributing towards the haram, but personally I'm not doing it. My last leverage trade was in November. I stopped doing leverage trading from November onwards, so it's pretty recent. I didn't used to do it. Then I started doing it for 2 years, and I decided to let go of it forever in November 2024. Okay. Indian, Pakistan, Sindabad. I think that is not with S, but it's okay. Solana update. I have posted the video. You have asked me in my videos as well, and over there I told you to turn on the notification. You will see the video. I have milk intolerance. Milk intolerance. Okay, that's lactose intolerance, I guess. And ate a sundae. Now I'm passing gas like a madman. Okay. Hello Shah, do you think Link will still recover? I bought this coin at 22. Let me check. Where is Link sitting right now? It's sitting at $13 for the love of God. Okay. And where was 22? Okay, so you have purchased it pretty much close to the top. Damn it. Link has inflation, good amount of inflation. I have covered actually Link as one of the chapters in my book whenever I post that book. The inflation on it is not crazily heavy, but it is pretty heavy. You're talking about inflation of 200 to 300%. I'll not give you the exact percentages, but the thing is that you're dealing with a coin that has a perpetual increase in supply. And as this coin has lived for too long, it is how old? 2018. Let me check. Yeah, March 2018. So this coin is there from March 2018. So with every passing month, the supply is increasing, and they don't have a total supply control, and they haven't even reached their initial supply that they had agreed on. So the total supply they have is 1 billion, but they can make more if they want to. And right now the one they have in circulation is 657. So it is going to inflate by another 200% at least. So you're talking about a case scenario where you're going to struggle. And every time, not just Link, all these beautiful projects, you will see that happening to Sue as well. And so many other projects, where every time it creates an all-time high, it's lower than the previous one. And 2021, if that was the peak, it will start looking like a dream. And no quantitative easing and no bull run or mega altcoin run would be able to fix it. BTC is pumping now. Do you think it's a fake pump? Why would I think it's a fake pump? Let me check BTC. How much? 88,300. No, this is good. It's a second attempt towards the 90K. So it's all good. It was at 87,200 when I was making video. So more than $1,100 has gone up. Bro, you post Soul video today? Yes, it is scheduled for free members. Every video is released with 1 hour gap. Paid members, they see everything together. YouTube doesn't allow you to post everything together. I already have garbage reach. We have 27 people online. You can see how bad it is. If I post all 10 videos together, you can understand how much of a mess it's going to be. Okay. Yeah, that means we are good and can move on. We take the last TP from the last list. When next bloodbath? I'll share that. That previous bloodbath was really good, Velasquez. We made 30 to 80% on some coins. I think Fart coin was 80. Anyway, so we are in bear market for the rest of the year. Unless they do quantitative easing, the answer is yes. Sir, Ethereum target for this bull run, in your opinion? I think you're late, Ali. There is no bull run. That is what I have mentioned in previous lives. In this live and in every live, you're not sitting in bull run. There is no bull run. Again, go and watch the video under my popular section. It's called 2025 Financial Crisis. It's dated 5th of January 2025. Watch that. It's 33 minutes video. You would really love it. You might learn some math as well. Okay, I'm in crypto for 5 years now, but not trading. With the calls in VIP, do people use the same value for every trade regardless of which coin token? Yes, that's how you do it. If you don't use the same amount of money for trades, you don't have trading discipline. Traders, they always use same leverage, same amount of investment. They don't call it investment, it's called margin, but I will avoid using the technical term. So the amount of money you put and the leverage that you use, it should be consistently same. That is how in the end you come out as winner. I'll use a very isolated example to make you understand. It doesn't work this perfectly. There are some other variables, but I will remove the variables to make it simple. Let's say that you take 10 trades. Each trade is $10. Every time you're using a 10x. So every trade you're taking is $10 into 10x. You are using $100 power. And let's say that you're aiming for how many percentage we want to target. Let's say you are aiming for 5% of profit each time, okay? So if it goes 5% up on a 10x, that's a 50%. It's a 50% move. So you're going to make 50% on your investment. So if you fail 5 times and you win 5 times, you will still come out with profit. But if you are using a different amount and different leverage each time, there is a possibility, which happens actually more often than you would think, that when you are getting liquidated with your trades, that is the time when you're using higher leverage or higher investment. And when you're making profit, that is the time when you're using lower amounts. So it's a very hard-coded rule, Matt, that you always use the same amount of investment and same amount of leverage whenever you're trading. It can be a 4x, 5x, 8x, whatever you want to. And then you use an Excel sheet and you jot down everything. And then you can tell pretty much that how you have done it. Trading is all about averaging. It's a game of averages. It's not something where you see some people coming in and saying, how can I make 5% profit every day? You can make on average 5% profit every day, but you cannot make 5% profit every day. You can average it out by making more profit at the end of the month or end of quarter. And when you look at it, it's 5% every day. Just like people used to talk about Bill Gates, that if he goes and grabs $100 bill, if it's on the road, by the time he stops the car and gets out and picks that dollar bill and puts it in her pocket, he would have made more money than doing that activity. So that's how valuable his time is. It's not that he actually makes money like that. It's an average of that. Okay. Oh, so you're awake now. We have a good VIP call with Shah. Please don't flood the chat for the next 30 minutes. After that, you can do whatever you want. Okay, they're chatting among themselves. Have you spoken about AIOZ? Not really, but AIOZ, I think it's one of my favorites. Favorites in a sense that it's a project that is not about blockchain. That's why I like that project. And I find it really decent. And it's one of those projects that that has done well in contrast to 2021. So if you look at 2021, this was its all-time high. But if you look at 2024, this was its all-time high. And over the years, it has only put in efforts to get better. Now, that doesn't mean that you should go and run and invest in it. Doesn't mean that if I like this coin, that means it's good. It's just that fundamentally what they're doing is good. Their income generation is pretty much spot on. And I think that if they don't introduce crazy inflation, in the long run, they will be able to do well as well. Right now, they have inflation. Don't get me wrong. Every coin pretty much uses inflation. Some people, they do it in smaller quantities. Some people, they do it in crazy quantities. AIOZ has inflation as well. But if they use their existing money to reduce the inflation or burn the supply, like BNB does it, who else does it? Ethereum does it. And there are some other coins that have burning mechanism in place. It's not burning of free coins. They buy with dollars, then they burn it. That is what leads to reduction in inflation. Or let's talk about PancakeSwap that has started reducing inflation. So first, of course, PancakeSwap, they fucked up their coin, Cake, by introducing crazy inflation because they were giving everyone a return of 80% to 100% per year by staking their coin in 2021. Once they inflated the coin crazily, then they realized what they have done, and now they are fixing it. So there are coins out there that can fix it. AIOZ might make an attempt to do that as well. It's a really decent project, not a bad project. The only thing is that what will they do to deal with the inflation? If they put in some good action in place, AIOZ has a chance to fight. If you don't know what they do, they are CDN based business. And if you don't know what is CDN, it's Cloud Delivery Network. You can Google it and understand what they do. Okay, so these are the questions. Today Dan is missing. That's why no one is talking at voice. And there are some questions in chat. Let's wait for them. Alejandro says thank you. You're very welcome. Alejandro Prito. Prito reminds me of that red jumpsuit show. My God, Money Heist. They had a police officer. There is a coin currently in pre-sale called BlockDAG, which has raised nearly $220 million. I'm just wondering if you have analyzed its tokenomics. Matt, if they have raised 220, I would be surprised. How can someone raise that amount of money? BlockDAG. It must be some big influencer or someone behind it. But a very simple rule on pre-sale coins, stay away, miles away from them as far as you can be. Let the coin get launched. Even if for some magical reason it does a 2x, the probability of that happening is 1%. But let's say It does a 2x. After that, it will start shitting itself. Give it time. It wouldn't even require many days. I think on day one, it might start crapping itself, or give it 2 to 3 days max. Pre-sales are a disaster. They can never do well. And the other problem with the pre-sale is that once it goes down below its starting price, there is no recovery from it. That's how its graph looks like. It starts here, and then it starts going down and down, and then it's a big disaster. So if you're in love with this project called BlockDAG that you're talking about, wait for it to get launched. You will get way better prices at a really good discount. Any thoughts on USA-China tariff fights at the moment? Yeah, I think that China has proved one thing, that they are extremely serious, which is a good thing for Asia, because at least someone is talking from one continent. The rest of the Asia is pretty much quiet about it, and of course Europe, as always, is always silent. They're yes sir people. So I think that it's good to take action, because it's more of a bullying approach that is used by USA. And I think this retaliation is the overall reason for negotiation and everything that is happening. But I think that this will lead to overall disaster. Disaster in a sense that the overall crash that we are waiting for is going to happen, and I don't think that the government of China is going to stay quiet about it. They are going to continue as long as hard as possible. And China has already moved away from their total reliance on production and selling in USA. And they have more markets now, and they have worked extensively on Silk Road and other routes to ensure that they have access to more markets where they can sell. So I think that even if the market of USA totally shuts down on China, it's not going to collapse China anymore, because they knew how it is being played, and they were missing soft power. Now that thing is gone. Now they have soft power. They have every fighting chance without the best supermarket in the world, which is called USA. Okay, why don't you post your YouTube videos on Interleak instead of YouTube? That will help Interleak project. Why am I not shilling the coin that I have? It will not help the coin, because it will only help the graph. I'll promote it when I have videos on the utilities available. Then I'll start promoting the utilities, because people can benefit from it. We offer all AI tools 50% and 80% cheaper than the market. That is something that I would promote in my videos, instead of going out and telling people, here is my coin, please buy it. So I'm waiting on those videos. Of course, it's too much work, so it's taking time, but R is working on it. R is the moderator, you guys wouldn't know. Nick says, link next 6 months. Think of downward journey. Look at $5-6 next 6 months. I would just make a random guess, just like the random prediction we are talking about, Nick. I've covered link, and I have covered the overall market. Pretty much take every coin and put 50% discount on it, and wait for the summer. Okay, now we have another coin. Another one, thoughts on China, Japan, India, etc. switching to gold and ditching their USD reserves. I think this is a long due process that should have happened. If you look at the overall lifespan of currencies, there was a time I actually shared a picture. I have to go back and check. Every currency in every reign, every power that has existed, because before US dollar we had other currencies as well in power. They all have pretty much lived around 100 years. USA has hit that mark already. The only thing that is missing right now is the overall debt cycle, but it is going to take time. US dollar is not easy to defeat. It's widely spread. It's really strong. and it's not going to go down that easy. But ditching USD reserves and switching to gold, I think it's more of a security measure for the upcoming recession and crisis rather than a straightforward attack on US dollar. I think that that has a long way to go. You're talking about decades instead of few years. So I would say at least 10 years to 20 years at minimum for US dollar to have any kind of crazy impact. Brother Shah, your coin is not listed on Binance or Bybit. Yes, because it's not that famous and it doesn't have that kind of volume. Binance and Bybit I can get it listed, but again, it's going to be a money game. They charge $150,000 to list. Binance doesn't take money. Binance is strict when it comes to listing, but every other exchange is a money game. Every exchange that you can think of. But again, if I list it there, it's not going to benefit me or the coin. Hi Shah, do you see XRP going to $4 to $8 anytime soon? No. I mean, if you say $4 with a gun, I might even accept because you're shooting me. But $8, no. I think that you are sitting in the community, so I'll use the comparison bot for you. And I'll do XRP BTC. Now it will tell you that how much XRP can go to if it takes all of the money that BTC has as of now. It can go to 29.99, which is $30. So going to $8, I think it is really, really dramatic. Yes, Aziz, you want to talk? I have unmuted you. If you could just unmute yourself as well.
Yeah, I'm asking about your coin.
Yes, brother.
So where can we find it?
Oh, it's listed on PancakeSwap. It's listed on another exchange, but I don't recommend to buy it from Melbank. It is listed there, but I recommend you to stick to PancakeSwap. And before buying my coin, please go and read all the pins and understand. Just don't buy because my face is attached to it. Always make your own wise, well-educated decisions. No problem. Okay. No problem at all, brother. Okay. Now, where were we? Oh, there was a comment. Which coin do you think will flip ETH in future? That is a very interesting question, Alan. I have to go and check. I think my best bet is going to be with BNB. Once BNB goes to $1,000, I think this $500, $600 would look like a dream. BNB is one of those coins that keeps on creating higher flows, and then it pretty much stops looking back. If you look at it every now and then, it is at $600. $600 was kind of all-time high of 2021, and BNB continues to live in that region. That gives really it's a really good contender. I would have said Solana, but the problem with Solana is that when the market is bad, when everything is bad, because for Ethereum to go down, it needs to be a bad market. You're talking about Ethereum at $800 or $600. For that kind of case scenario, I think that we really need someone that can do well in bad markets, and Solana doesn't have that kind of capability. Solana runs on overall volume of meme coins, and all big meme coins in bear market, they're dead. They don't do well. So the hype and everything of Solana kinds of disappears. So you can pretty much look at Solana going back to $8 from $300. So last time it went from $250 to $8. This time it can do it from $300 to $8. So that can happen, but that wouldn't happen to BNB. So that's why I'm not picking Solana. But if I have to pick another coin, I would say USDT. USDT can replace Ethereum. USDT is right now number 3. It is above XRP and everything else. First you have Bitcoin, then you have Ethereum, then you have USDT. USDT is the only coin that has an actual market cap. You see $144 billion there. It is actually $144 billion. It's not a valuation. It is actual $1 situation. So USDT, all you need is Ethereum to go to $800. The moment it goes down to $800, in that instant, USDT will replace Ethereum. So USDT will be the coin, the second coin after BTC that can replace, and it has pretty much good possibility. It has higher chances of replacing Ethereum than BNB, of course. Okay, let me see if there is any chat. Oh, there is. Besides crypto, are you open to provide support for regular stock analysis? I have left stock in 2020. I stopped trading afterwards. So I might do stocks in future, but not at this stage. I mean, I do respond to stocks graphs. I have a section in my community called Crypto Helpline. Over there, we have some people who are in stocks. They come and they post, they request, they say, analyze Apple stock or something else. Then we analyze it and we share it, but not in my regular VIP. It's always about crypto. Shah, beautiful glasses for now. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you, brother. Safe flight, Mohammed. Enjoy the flight. I missed out the fact. Where are you going? I got a flight. No worries. Okay. He is going somewhere. Okay. Which coin? Okay, this is done. What do you think about Cardano, Bitcoin, DeFi? Cardano, Bitcoin, DeFi. Are these three things? I don't see commas there. So it's a challenge from English perspective. Cardano, Bitcoin, DeFi. I think these are three things. Cardano, it's a dead project. It came back to life because the guy went and he rubbed his nose inside Trump's ass, and he got elected to got selected in some kind of community. Otherwise, Cardano is one of those beautiful failed blockchain projects that no one is using. When I say no one, I'm talking about developers. Investors, they have no clue, of course. So Cardano, no. And Trump announcing no tax on American coins, Cardano reacted to that as well. Give it time. Once all this hype is gone, you will see Cardano dead as always. DeFi, I think it's an overhyped niche. It's real, it's good, overhyped in a sense that you cannot make much money there. So if you're looking for 2 to 3x's, yes, DeFi coins are the ones that you can go to. Tashi, you want to talk? You had raised your hand. Okay. And Bitcoin, I have shared Bitcoin already. Bitcoin DeFi on Cardano. Bitcoin DeFi on Cardano. Oh, it's a coin. I have no idea. No idea. XCN pumping. Nice, nice. Learning English with your life. You should have attended my classes with my math teacher. One guy, he wrote 1,200, 3,500. He wrote different numbers, but he didn't add a comma. He failed that exam. The teacher said that, are these phone numbers or these are numbers for math? How can I tell? Just for not using commas, he failed him. So I'm a bit sensitive towards these things. I've gone through some really, really nasty stuff. Like when I'm typing, I always use the I as capital. Like I'm saying, I am happy. So I is always capital because there was a time when I was teaching myself coding. There was there were a lot of forms like Stack Overflow and everywhere. A lot of people used to insult me there for using shorthands, using I small. And they used to say that, what is it? Are you writing some love letter or something? They used to be really abusive. and that is what helped me fixing my English. So now I don't use shorthand at all, and of course my eyes are always capital. Even if I'm dying, I'm always very careful with that part. I had to learn English from songs, so it's really, really awful anyway. Okay, where did it go? Shah, after much frustration, I finally figured out what's the problem, and it's the Trust Wallet Chrome extension does not work on cross-chain swaps. Just did a test swap on the Trust Wallet Android app. I was able to swap to Karasu with no issue. Damn. Yeah, Josh, I always use Trust Wallet on phone. I what do you call it? I use MetaMask when I'm using computer. I don't use Trust Wallet on Chrome. I use MetaMask. So I don't know if you're listening. Oh yeah, you are listening. You're on live as well. Okay. Okay. Where did it go? Great. Yeah, talk crypto. Okay. VIP call, brother. Wake up. Boss will handle that. I've been holding XRP since 52 cents and sold recently. What's your suggestion to look for another crypto and hold for 1 year and gain profit? Hashmat, I think the best thing for you to do is wait a bit more, or start using Pyramid. I have a video on it. It's in VIP as well. I think you are in VIP. Yes, you are. By looking at that list in VIP, you can pretty much understand how I use Pyramid. Use Pyramid, invest 10% now, and wait it out until you invest all of your 100%. So you go by 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. So your last purchase fixes the shit out of the remaining ones that you have done. And then that 10% is fixed by the remaining 90%. So your decision stays really awesome, and at the same time, you're not missing out on the market if you really want to jump in. Otherwise, if you are a guy who wants to take one position in, wait for summers, wait for June, July, August, and then try to buy then. Okay. PHB, please. I don't recall it from my mind, and we don't have much time. We are left with few minutes. I'm running out of 1 hour. If I talk for long, I will have a voice box problem again. Okay. ANA, also that project. I think this is a coin that was promoted by Trump. Liberty Finance. I have to go and check. Might be dead. I don't know. But I have a video on ANA. Try to find the first video. In my first video on a coin, I always talk about its fundamental. Then I don't talk about it anymore. I always stick to ETA. Find that video and you will have your answer. If it has inflation and problems, I would have mentioned it. What do you think of Solana? Thank you in advance. I personally think that Solana in a long run is not good because it has inflation of 4 to 5% per annum. And that is what we can see at the blockchain level. I don't know how much inflation they are actually going to put. I have to go and sit down and calculate it. This is what is in their white paper as well. This is what they have publicly accepted it. So 5% inflation for 10 years, you're talking about inflation of 50%. That wouldn't sound much, but for a project as big as Solana, it is a lot. On top of it, its blockchain transactions are really, really cheap, extremely cheap. So they don't have much of gas fee to cover for their overall cost. That is one of the reasons that Solana was selling mobile phones. Now they're not talking about it anymore because they were financially struggling to keep the business up and pay salaries and everything. So in terms of sustainability, I think they have a lot of gimmicks around it, so it makes it challenging. So in a long run, I wouldn't be putting my bets on Solana. I'm not going to be your influencer to tell you that it is going to go towards $600 or $1,000 just because Fibonacci says that. So I wouldn't be putting my bets on that. Alejandro says, I'm going off. I want to thank you very much for the sharing knowledge. Knowledge is power. Thank you, Alejandro. There's another question, Shah. What do you think BTC is heading next. I'm heading next for BTC. I'm expecting 90K. If it conquers 90K, then we will talk about 97,300. Will we reach at least 100K even without QE? Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. But if you are talking about 100K before it starts collapsing, so you going to 100K from here is really possible. So if you want Bitcoin to go to 100K now or in next coming days or a month, I will still agree. But once Bitcoin loses the area of 81,500 and drops to a 70K, I think 100K is off the table for this year then. I wanted to know, what do you think about SHX Stronghold? I have no idea. Okay, we don't have any more questions. No hands raised. We have had our 1 hour live. Thank you everyone for attending. It was a pleasure to have you all. And take care. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.